Welcome back. It's Eric Arnold here in my secondary studio, not the sports barn. I'm here to bring you free MLB picks for this Monday, June 21st, first day of summer, right? So, apologize the video is so late today. We're just, I don't know, we're trying to get so much done right now. We've got so much other stuff going on. So the videos, you're going to get these videos when you get them. I'm doing the best I can to get them to you in a timely fashion, but we are just way backed up right now. I've thought about this the other day. I need more hours in the day. And all these gabillionaires that are out there trying to save the world, make utopia, I think these guys should hook that up. I need more hours in the day, and I think they can hook that up. I mean, it really doesn't seem that hard to me. You just need to make the Earth rotate slower or make it bigger. Just make it bigger around, and that way it'll rotate slower, and I will get more hours in the day to get stuff done then. So, the reason this video is late is because Bill Gates is not doing his job. He needs to get on this shit. Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all you bastards that want to tell me what to do. Why don't you get me more hours in the day so I can get more work done? So, do your job, Bill Gates. Where are we? We're, put this up. Last video I had for you was on Saturday. I'll just show this to you briefly because nobody gives a shit what happened 48 hours ago. It was a break-even day. We missed our top pick by just that much because the Colorado bullpen couldn't hold a one-run lead in the ninth inning. So, it was we were just that much in the black for last week. Here, we'll show you our year-to-date record. Where is it? There it is. So this is what we've done so far for the year. If you're stopping by for the first time, on Mondays we update our yearly record just so you can see. I don't like. I hesitate to comment on other channels because I never go to them. I just don't have time. So I don't know who else is out there giving you picks on MLB. I have seen channels in the past where it's kind of like, we're 12-1 in our last 13 games. Okay. I mean, that really doesn't tell you anything. A 13-game sample is statistically irrelevant, basically. So, I want to know what's your yearly record, what was last year's record, that kind of thing. That gives you more of a feel of who you're dealing with. I've said from the outset, I do not hold myself out as any kind of expert in certainly baseball. I mean, I played baseball. I like baseball. I think I'm good at baseball. I'm probably not very good playing anymore. I'm 53 freaking years old. But handicap in baseball is a little different than football and basketball. So I'm trying to teach myself to win at baseball. This is the first year I'm getting a full run at a real schedule. We played some baseball last year in the pandemic. It was a mess. It was a hash. I just threw that out. Just figured, this does not count. This is not real baseball. When you're playing your first games in August, this does not count. But this year, this is our record so far this year. And so far, we got off to a slow start as usual. But now for the last 7-8 weeks, we've been doing okay. We've been doing okay. We've broken into the black. Our top picks, the $3 signs there, those are our top picks. They're the ones that we're doing the best at, so that makes sense. That's what we're hoping to do. So, the way you make sense of this is we're flat betting all our picks at $100. So, profit, that's what we've either made or lost over, the life of the picks. So after all said and done, we're $9.75 to the good, and we've made what, $38,000 worth of picks so far. So that's over 300 games, and we're generating a profit of about 2.5%. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. If you're trying to equate that to a 11 to 10 sport where you lay 110 to make 100, like football or basketball, and that equates to about a 54% winning percentage. Again, not bad. We're not embarrassed by that. Baseball, I've been told, is a tough sport to handicap. I do not disagree. So that's what we've done so far year to date. Now, let me bring in here our guest handicapper, Pittsburgh Louie, who has been consistently posting his picks since about the first or second week in the season. He's been posting his picks in the comments pretty much every day. Here's where he's at. Now, he's way ahead of us. He's nailing them at like 57%. He's still got a profit of 2,300, and he hasn't even played as many as I have. So his winning percentage is way up there. His return on investment 8.7%. Again, that equates to around 57%. Fantastic, just fantastic. What do I know about Pittsburgh Louie? Well, I'm pretty sure he lives in the Pittsburgh area. I don't think that's what's that? A name of art. The exact term escapes me. A pen name, if you will. I think he actually lives in Pittsburgh, unlike say the Waco Kid or something like that. I think he actually lives in Pittsburgh, and always favorite baseball player, I think, is Stan Musial. So who knows? But kicking ass he is. He's hit a little bit of a slow spell, but still 57%. So I keep saying to myself, what channel do you get two different guys giving them this many picks, and both of them are over 500? Knock on something. We don't want to jinx it, but good Lord. Anyway, so I think we're both doing pretty well here. This video is so late that I actually had Pittsburgh Louie's picks for today, so I'm going to give you that in a minute. I feel we must cover the 76ers since he's from Pittsburgh. I'm from the general Philadelphia area. So I feel I must give you the epithet for this year's Philadelphia 76ers, who were ousted from the playoffs yesterday by the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see. Here lies the 76ers. They were unable to cover Kevin Huerter. We were unable to guard Kevin Huerter. He of the Maryland Terrapins. He of this guy, I don't know, he's just a dude. He's just a kid. He's a 22-year-old unheralded dude who really hasn't had much of previous success, and the Sixers couldn't stop him. I think he ended up with like 27 points. Just a crazy breakout game for this kid. But of course, all the talk today is Ben Simmons, the, dual member of the process, if you will. The process being the Sixers tagged for a decade, roughly a decade, and they racked up all these first-round picks, so they end up with a decade of tanking. I guess in Philadelphia generates Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Hooray. And Ben Simmons has just gotten worse, it seems like, every year. And people talk about it just because it's so embarrassing. It's fun to talk about. This is a guy that's afraid to shoot. It's ridiculous. It's easy to bash Simmons. and everyone is, and he deserves it. The guy won't shoot. He's an all-star, if you will, but I guess just based on, I don't even know, reputation, I guess, but the guy can't shoot. He won't shoot. He's afraid to shoot. So how useful are you if you're a complete zero on offense? So the Sixers lose last night. Simmons, I think, might have had 3 points. I think he shot the ball twice. He had a wide open dunk with 3 minutes to go, and he passed the ball, which is, you can find that on YouTube or on the internet, all kind of memes and GIFs and what have you of him being wide open. And they asked him about it after the game, and he was like, well, I thought the guy behind me would block my shot. The guy behind him, I think, is Danilo Gallinari, which would mean probably that'd be his first block shot ever in the history of the NBA. He thought he was going to block his shot. Man, if you can't make that shot, you don't belong in the NBA there, Ben Simmons. But the guy I want to take to task is Embiid. Embiid's just as culpable in this disaster as Simmons is. Embiid's post-game comments were along the lines of, well, I just did everything I could. I gave it my all. It's like, did you really? Did you really? You had 8 turnovers. Can we get a version of Embiid where he gives it his all and doesn't give the ball to the other team 8 times? Can we get that? How about you give it all and only turn it over 5 times? We might have won if you had done that, but you turned it over 8 times. It was ridiculous, including the final turnover where the aforementioned Gallinari picks his pocket. Gallinari, never known as a defensive stopper. Give me a break. And then where is the captain Simmons, or I'm sorry, the captain Embiid, Mr. Superstar, the process, the MVP? Where is he in the locker room for the last 3 years when Ben Simmons is pulling his disappearing act? Shaquille O'Neal on TNT's show, he's exactly right. Shaq said, man, he's lucky. Simmons is lucky I wasn't his teammate. I knocked him out. Yes, absolutely. What was Embiid doing for the past 3 years when Simmons refuses to learn to shoot free throws, refuses to shoot the ball, particularly in crunch time, just wanders around out there like a giant passenger? What is Embiid doing? Are you calling your teammate out? Are you behind closed doors telling him, do your goddamn job? Get better. Get in the gym. Learn how to shoot free throws. No, of course not. No. I don't know. I just think I watch the TNT show and I think to myself, I guess every generation views the subsequent generation as weak and soft. In other words, my generation looks at the millennials and says, oh, what a bunch of, pussies. These guys, oh, they're so soft. Shaq, he's of my generation. Charles, we're looking at these guys going, oh my God, can you believe this guy that won't shoot, can't shoot free throws, refuses to shoot? How terrible is that? So I don't know, maybe we're just being unfair to the, younger generation, but gee whiz. I mean, okay, I'll say this. I saw one of the younger players looked devastated that he lost. Utah's Donovan Mitchell. He looked crushed. He looked crushed that he lost in the Game 7 he played in. I want that guy. I want some guy that gives a shit. I want that guy. Yeah, I don't want Ben Simmons who just doesn't care, or Joel Embiid who might care, but he has no idea how to win. It's like winning when you're the MVP isn't just you going out and getting yours. You got to make your teammates better. And if you got a passenger, you got to get up in that guy's face and say, do your goddamn job. Simmons doesn't listen to, clearly doesn't listen to Brett Brown. He doesn't listen to Doc Rivers. He doesn't listen to the NBA media. He doesn't listen to Shaquille O'Neal. He doesn't listen to Charles Barkley. All these people have told him, shoot the goddamn ball. He doesn't listen to any of them. I don't know. Maybe he'd listen to Joel Embiid. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. So I don't know. I'm not emotionally invested in the Sixers. It just annoys me to watch this kind of thing. It's like, this should not be happening. This team should be better than what it is. But it's just a poorly managed team. So no more Sixers. Look out, Phillies, because now you guys are going to get some attention. And it won't be positive because you suck. So it's going to be an ugly month or two here in Philadelphia, I'm thinking. Very good. That crosses off the Sixers for another season. Let's talk picks. Like I said, we've got a bunch of them here for you. Let me find them. That is not it. We have a relatively short card here today, but between Louie and myself, seems like we almost covered the whole board. All right, here we are. All right, here's my picks. I'll do them first. We like the Twins. I like the Twins today. J-Hap's pitching. I don't necessarily root for players anymore. I'm not 12. Greg Wazinski's no longer my favorite player. But I've always had a soft spot in my heart for J-Hap. J-Hap came up with the Phillies back in our golden era. We had season tickets back then. 2009, J-Hap, that was his first real year. And, man, it seemed like every time we'd go down to the ball game, J-Hap would be there. For whatever reason, he would be starting. And he usually won. It was like, who is this goddamn guy? He's a killer. Yeah, that's why I started calling him J-Hap's a killer. He was second in the league in 2009 in the Rookie of the Year voting. That's how good he was. He was not just, oh, wow, he struck a couple guys out and Eric likes him. He was legitimately a dude. He was really good. Then the next year he got hurt. Around the All-Star break, he's kind of come back in 2010. And the Phillies shipped his ass off to Houston for Roy Oswalt, which at the time it was kind of like, we're getting Roy Oswalt. 4 aces. Yeah, 4 aces. All right. And, that didn't work out. So that was the end of J-Hap. Then he bounced around the league for 12, 13 years, and he's still here. He's actually had an okay career. His career WAR, wins above replacement WAR, is like 22. I can point to a lot of guys that you would know a lot more readily than J-Hap that have WARs less than 22. But, he's never really stayed in one place that long. Anyway, he's pitching tonight with the Twins, and he's been shitty all year. This could be his last start in the majors. This could be it for him. If he doesn't pitch well tonight, the Twins might just go, okay, Mr. 38-year-old, that's enough for you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So if that happens, this could be his last start. So I'm going to say to myself, J-Hap does not want it to end just yet. J-Hap is going to rally. He's going to circle the wagons tonight, and he is going to have a good start, much to the chagrin of the Cincinnati Reds. J-Hap does it tonight. Win one for the Happer Twins. Let's, when the brakes are beating the boys, go out there with all you got and win one for the Happer. Let's go Twins. 2 stars on that. Top play, the Brewers. How many again? I've lost track how many in a row the Diamondbacks have lost. This is 19. They've got like 2 different losing streaks going. There's like your just general losing streak, and then they lose on the road. This game's at home, so it really doesn't matter. But they're breaking all kind of records for futility. It's almost like this just seems like a bad team. It doesn't seem like a record-breaking bad team. Well, we're just going to ride the falling knife. We're going to try to jump on top of the falling knife and just let it see if we can cut the Diamondbacks in half again here. The Brewers were playing really well. Then they just had this inexplicable streak there. They got swept by the Reds. Then they went to Colorado, and Colorado is such a weird place to play. Gives a lot of teams trouble. So they lost the first two there, and then they turned it around. They won two really close games. So now I think the Brewers are back going again. Everything feels good now. They've had two real close wins in that weirdo place at Mile High, and we like the Brewers here. They're getting some guys back now. Believe it or not, Colton Wong is actually one of their best players. And now he's back. He looks healthy. He had a bunch of hits yesterday at the top of the lineup. Yelich is there. He's not MVP Yelich, but he's still better than average Yelich. The catcher, he's one of their better players. He's in the lineup. Navarez, what have you. So, this version of the Brewers, this is close to full strength for these guys. So I just think this is a mismatch. At the price we're paying here, minus 113, I think this is a total mismatch. The Brewers will find a way to win this game. That's our top play. And, here's another bonus for you. This is a massive game. Monday Night Baseball. I'm a child of the 70s. Monday Night Baseball used to be the thing, in the summertime. Yeah, it's on ABC. We get to see a baseball game and see players that weren't from Philadelphia, other teams. You never got to see that because, we got 5 channels, So, this is kind of like an old school Monday Night Baseball game. ESPN, I believe, is going to have this game on late night at 10 o'clock. And Dodgers, Brewers, yeah. I mean, this is what we want to see. 2 premium teams. And I cannot believe that we're an underdog. I'm getting money to bet the world champions? Gimme. And plus, it's a guy I really like, Arias. I think he is the old school Clayton Kershaw. In other words, if that said Clayton Kershaw there instead of Julio Arias, what would that number be? I don't think it'd be minus 116 or plus 116. I'm sure the Dodgers would be favored. Whereas I think we're getting all kind of value because who's Julio? Oh, he's the weirdo guy with the glasses that wears the single digit, right? What is he, 6 or 9 or 2 or whatever? It's all weird. It's no one's heard of this guy, but all this dude's doing is winning. He's just going out this year and just winning. Every start he goes out, seems like they win. A lot of the same stuff that Kershaw has at this point in Kershaw's career. Left-handed. We like Arias to outduel Darvish. One of the best players there for the Padres, Tatis. Fell on his shoulder. So, will he be exactly right? Don't know. I think the Dodgers have more depth, so they can overcome some of these injuries they've had. We certainly like the Dodgers. So, there, two top plays. Brewers, Dodgers, fill in with the win one for the Happer with the Twins. That's what I have for Monday. Now, let me give you quick Louie's picks here. If you think, oh, you suck. We don't like you. Where's this guy in the comments? He seems to win. He seems to win a lot. Let's see his picks. All right, here you go. These are Louie's picks. There we are. The graphics suck, but then, I'm pressed for time here, so you get what you get. He likes the Astros up top there. Against at Baltimore. He likes the A's, so he's going with, the good teams, which probably isn't a bad thought process there. So Astros, A's. And then he likes the Twins, too. We're going to win one for the Happer here in Minneapolis tonight. He likes them double. Twins, that's 2. So he likes them twice. He likes them on the run line. At number I saw was minus 145. And then he likes them to win outright. I like them to win outright. The Breaks are beating the boys, but the Twins are going to go out with all they got tonight and they're going to win just one for the happer. So that's what we like. That's what we have. It's all we have. Thanks for being here. Hey, hit the like button if we entertained you or we gave you winners. Maybe, well, you know, hey, just hit the like button, even if you didn't like it. Just hit the like button. It won't hurt you. It makes me feel better. Thanks. We'll talk again probably tomorrow. Eric Arnold signing off.